Dope, man. I'm glad to have you on and shit. Cheers again.
Man. Cheers.
Damn, there we go.
And there's some good beer too, local.
Yeah, Anchor Steam's always good. We had our Super Bowl party here recently, so we had a bunch left over.
Oh shit, nice. How'd you like that score?
Oh, it was great, man. I mean, I don't know about you, but kind of tired of the everyone. I was like on the same team of like everyone tired of like Brady winning and everything like that. And for me, I'm not the biggest football fan, but like to me, it's like, all right, so they're like the Yankees of like baseball and shit like that. Perfect, so it's just like, nah. I don't want that shit.
And I strongly believe that like all that's like, they try to make it the biggest audience for the Super Bowl. So those two teams have like the biggest like sponsorship right now, I guess you could say.
Right.
And I mean, Patriots have always had that backing, so it's like they're always gonna be there.
Right.
So when I saw that score, I was like, oh shit, it's crazy. I really never even thought about them losing.
Yeah, I mean, everyone thought definitely for sure that they were gonna win, but things go differently. Things change tides.
Were you rooting for the Patriots though? Or?
No, that's what I'm saying. I was on the same team of like getting tired of Brady seeing the Patriots win, even though I'm not like a huge like football fan.
Yeah,
but it's just like again. Kind of like the Yankees.
Yeah. So. Now I'm more into like college because it's crazy when you watch college and you see these kids and then they end up being in NFL. So it's like you saw the reason for them making it to the NFL. So I'm kind of more like college.
I can never understand the whole college thing. Like I don't understand how it's more popular than like NFL. Like, because it is.
It is. What I still don't understand is like the brackets, like the bowls. There's so many bowls for every like school or whatever. So. I don't know how all that system works, but I just catch like my favorite teams like Berkeley and Oregon, Alabama, things like that.
Nice. Yeah, Alabama's a heavy hitter as always.
Yeah,
right?
this year's it was crazy. Like with the way that they just lost, it was intense. But Georgia, man, they were hungry for it, so they deserved it. That rookie quarterback was this is crazy. That game was intense.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. No, yeah, I love, I grew up playing sports too. So I played baseball. I was a pitcher.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, so for a very long time and played a little. I tried out for like college and stuff, but didn't really work out. And then shortly after, that's when I started doing.
That's when you got
music.
Into the whole music thing.
Music and media and everything like that. And then,
but while you were playing baseball, did you like have that love for music?
I was starting it. I was starting it. I was like, it was the beginning, and then like. But I had started. I'm a late bloomer. I started like actually really like recording and doing music like at 18.
Okay.
So like,
I mean, better late than never.
Yeah, but I mean, like I had again, like it was more like in high school. I had like the itching to do it, but I just didn't know how to do it.
Yeah,
and then it wasn't until later afterwards where it's just like, oh, I just figured it out. And you buy this program here, you do that here, and then bam, bam.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
But regardless, I still have a good like feeling for like sports and shit like that. So it's like. I know what it's like to play on a team. And
okay, dope. What's your baseball team here?
Oh, the A's, man.
Oh, okay. Shout out to the A's.
Yeah, I'm a A's fan. I'm a huge A's fan. No. I'm actually starting another podcast.
Of sports?
Yeah, A's podcast.
That's gonna be dope.
So
I like sports talk.
I just have a feeling the A's are gonna be good this year. So I'm like, why not? Just go for it. No, there's like not that many podcasts that are about the A's or anything like that. So it's like,
there's not really podcasts in the Bay, I don't think. Like,
there's quite a few actually. You'd be surprised. Yeah, man. There's quite a few.
Like I saw yours because it's like I follow you guys, I follow your move and everything like that, and I was just like, yo, I never heard of somebody like interviewing people and like having a good time while they do it, like because all these other podcasts are just like, like, oh, so what do you got coming out? But it's like yours, it's like more just conversation.
Yeah, we're just hanging out. I mean, obviously, I think you've been kind of busy with like the business as well, like with the events and all that kind of stuff. Like I've been noticing recently, and that's generally interesting to me. Like, and I like you guys' stuff. We've known each other for a while, actually. I should say. First off, I contacted your brother to perform at one of my shows back in 2014. I think? No, it was afterwards. It was like 2016 actually. Okay. But so it feels like that long ago, right?
No, yeah, for sure.
And yeah, he told me, he's like, yo, my brother is starting his own clothing company, and you know, was wondering if we can like get a set of booth or something like that. I'm like, dude, that's perfect, that's awesome. Like, I love that. You know, I want to see people, you know, the entrepreneurship. I like that. So I want to see people showcase their stuff.
Nice.
I like the clothing generally. So I mean,
appreciate it.
Yeah,
No, and that's what I like about like your movements. Like you're so about helping everybody else, especially like from the city. If you're not from the city that you're from, you know, it's just putting people on and helping people, things like that. Like, I think it's super dope. And when my brother told me about that show, he was like, yeah, like, you know, we're having local people perform, and you know, you could be a vendor. And I was like, hey man, let's do it. Like, it's in Redwood. I've never done anything in Redwood City. Like, let's do it. And it was a crazy turnaround. It was pretty dope.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a lot more than I was expecting for sure. But it was a fun place to do it at. It had to change a little bit because just that place was kind of costly. Just renting out that facility was costly. Yeah. But then eventually I moved it to another spot that was like a smaller, more intimate place. But after that, it was just getting hard to just throw the shows all the time and stuff. So it just...
No, I mean, I can imagine the pressure. Like, that's why I shade away of like having such an event, like where you have to be the one that gets everybody in it, because it's like, I can just imagine the pressure. Like, if someone bails out or if someone, you know, doesn't follow the rules,
happens a lot, man. That happens a lot. Yeah,
I can't even think about handling that kind of pressure. So I give you props for that, man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for that platform. Thank you for this one too.
Oh yeah, of course, man. Yeah, like I said, I generally like to see people like my age, our era. Like, I don't even know how old you are, but I mean, just...
I'm from '93, so...
Oh, okay, we're the same age, man.
Same, yeah. Yeah.
So I'm you know, I like seeing people in our generation just doing well and succeeding, and you know, and just doing their own thing, especially like propping up your own, you know, your own brand.
Yeah.
You know, so that's really like important and shit. So I mean, like it's good to see that, and it's good to uplift that and shine a light to that.
Yeah,
so
I appreciate that. Yeah, no, we've been doing it for about 4 years now, and the way it started was crazy, and the way that we are now, it's a blessing. Like, I never even thought it would be.
I was just checking out your guys' website a little bit before you came in. I actually have it up right now on the big screen.
Yeah.
And it's really nice. I like it. It's clean. It's clean design. I like the stuff where it's like not too much to scroll, and it's just like
this is the
shopping page.
This is the shopping page. If you go to pages, then you can go into like the actual website where you'll find our blog page, and
here
back
we go.
to site.
So back to site. Yeah. Bam. Yeah, there we go.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
just
it
clean
has like a
imagery.
Blog, shop, everything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was checking out the blog, some of the promo videos. The latest promo video, that slow-mo video. Who did that for you guys?
Slow-mo.
It was hold on, let me pull it up right here.
Okay.
Was it
Flight 6?
Yeah, the Flight 6.
Yeah, that was my good friend down in Los Angeles. I met him. His name is J380Y. He's a videographer. He's like 18, super young, super hungry.
Down in LA.
Down in LA, yeah, because I recently just moved out there, and
oh no way.
I met him at a show, so we like bonded really good, and he was like, yo, I mess with the brand, and we got together with one of his friends, and we went to downtown and just created what you see there, which was pretty sick. Like, he really inspired me, the way he like shot the angles, because when I was seeing him, I was just like, what are you doing? You know, I'm not a videographer, you know, I don't know anything about angles or anything like that, but he was doing his thing, and I was just like, what are you gonna turn this into? Like, and then to see the end result, like, it's crazy, man.
It's pretty crazy, man. What you know? So again, you know, I work here at Visual Street Films, and I do video editing and shooting, and it's crazy. It's like building a puzzle, honestly. Like, you got all these scattered pieces, and maybe you did them at different times, and some things are out of place and stuff like that. But like when it just comes together,
yeah, no, it's crazy.
Well, especially with the slow mo. So like he probably showed you it, and it just looked kind of funky because it was like sped up, not sped up, but it was like probably like 240 frames or something like that. Or
he literally didn't show me anything. He was just like, yo, like, I'm gonna shoot a little clip for you. Is that okay? I was like, yeah, go for it. I mean, as he was shooting, because he also shot the lookbook for that. He was just doing his thing. I would catch him like with the model, like, you know, doing like little steps and stuff. And I was like, what is he doing? Like, you know, like, he literally would just put the camera up for a few seconds and like go back to doing pictures. So he never actually showed me any of the process.
Right.
He just did what he did, and then he showed me this, and he was like, yo, this is what I did. I was like, how'd you do this? And then he like broke it down to me. He's like, I literally just need 3 to 4 seconds of an angle, put them together, and then I just like mesh it and make it what it is. I was just like, damn, that's a talent. I mean, videographers, anything that has to do with editing, like, I give you guys so much props. It's like so much patience, you know, and you got to have the eye for it, because, you know, you can think something looks good, and then once you play it in front of people, they're like, well, like that transition was way off, you know. Right. So you got to like have the eye for that, and that's something that's super sick that you guys do.
Well, I mean, speaking of having an eye for anything, I mean, you got to have an eye for design, right? I mean, and as I was looking up some research about you, I found out that you're a graphic designer. So,
yeah,
I mean, like, you got to have an eye for that too, as well, you know?
Like, yeah. I've been doing graphic design for about 4 years now.
Okay.
And yeah, you got to have an eye. You definitely got to have an eye, like with placement and things like that, and colors and fonts and things like that. But yeah, it's something that really interests me. Like every time I'm driving down the street, like I'm looking at every sign and everything like that. I like lettering, you know.
You look at more logos, right? Like you look at more like when you just drive by and you see companies or like you see trucks, right? You'll just look at their logos and how they're placing things, right?
Exactly. And even like when I'm like at a restaurant or something, like you know how they have like their little like menu or whatever, like even that, like I look at their logos and like the way they put the fonts and the way they do, like I just break things down like weirdly in my head. Like, even like beer, things like that. Like I just look at logos and I'm just like, damn, like that's sick. Like what were they thinking when they placed it like that?
Yeah, I mean, same way. I mean, even with just like what you're saying, like with placement and just colors and all that kind of stuff. Like I've been doing more, like just messing around with the video, messing around with like titles and different kind of like just different kind of variations of things and like that, and like you could just mix it up, you know. It's just it's very fascinating for sure, and definitely like there's definitely the connection there on that.
Yeah, I think that's why I gravitated towards like art. It's just the fact that you can have an idea in your head, and with the right resources you can execute it like to the best of your abilities. Like even if you don't know how to, you know, there's videos and classes out there that would teach you how to.
How did you learn?
Idea. I went to school. I graduated from CSM.
Nice.
But after that, I kind of just started doing it on my own, started having mentors and things like that, and more so studying like people that I looked up to. And like I said, just analyzing different logos and things like that. And I've been fortunate to do logos for certain companies and get their feedback from it, and then just learn kind of from that, like failures, because sometimes they'll look at you and be like, that's not what we wanted, like, you know.
Yeah.
But then they look at you and like, oh, that is what we wanted. So just learning from that, and over the years, like just failing a lot, and then finally getting that one that was just like, yeah, that's the one, you know. And,
yeah, people don't realize a lot of this shit is failing, man. Like, man, if you heard me just like making beats or even just trying to come up with like a rhyme, like, you know, 5 years ago, it would be fucking embarrassing, dude. Like, I'll tell you that, man. Yeah, it would be fucking embarrassing. Like, I mean, I've definitely come a long way. And with that, you know, it's because you keep at it. You know, you can't just, like, give up.
Yeah, consistency is definitely key. And repetition is, like, the father of learning. I heard that from Lil Wayne. And I took that from
the great Lil Wayne.
The great Lil Wayne. The 08 to 09 Lil Wayne.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah. Just keep going at it at something. It's gonna succeed, you know. You just gotta not be afraid of failure, you know. You learn from it. So that's just kind of how I've been going, and I've been fortunate enough to hit some milestones with the brand and keep going. I mean, I wouldn't have kept going if people weren't interested, you know. So
right.
I'm glad that people are still interested.
And the clothing is sick and shit like that.
Yeah,
you know? It's cool,
appreciate that, man.
And well, so you were saying you got your stuff through CSM and all that stuff. Did you actually get like the associates or the?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
After that, I kind of
just went off and did it on your own.
Just went off. I got a really good opportunity to be to work for McLaren. It's like an automotive company.
Yeah, I know a McLaren.
And I kind of
real fast cars, real luxury sports cars.
Yeah, I kind of got started doing that, and I loved everything that they were about, and I learned a lot from there. And ever since then, I just stuck to doing like design work for automotive companies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. From there, I went to like Tesla, and then I went to like BMW and things like that. And then like
recently, in their graphic design department, or like
yeah, like in the promotional product department
and
procedures. More so like layouts and stuff like that. Like showrooms and like service centers and like things like that, like
Okay.
where to place things in dealerships and things like that. Like
Nice. Kind of like at the what is it, Stanford Mall. They got their shop there, right? Like there. And
oh yeah, exactly.
So you got
like
it would be like designing those kinds of things.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's sick.
So yeah, and ever since then, I've just like, I mean, I'll go back to school when I feel like I don't know how to do a certain thing, you know.
Look, you'll go back to school when you could just easily pay for it with like just cash.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Bam,
I'm not gonna go in debt for. I mean, I forgot. Someone told me once. He's like, if you're gonna go in debt, man, go in debt doing what you love. You know. So
yeah,
I'm gonna go. If I do, it's gonna be doing what I love. You know,
right.
Not stressing. So.
Well, I mean, that's cool, man. I mean, that's awesome that you were able to find. How did you make that connection to the McLaren thing? That's super interesting. Like,
it's funny. It was kind of like my friend sent me an email, and it was on Craigslist, and they were like looking for employment at their service center, and I was just like, at the time, I was like, kind of in a situation where like should I like look at somewhere else? Should I like stay in school? You know. So like he shot me the email, and then like I responded to everything. I went through the interview, and then they like hired me, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna give this like a year, see what's up, and I really liked it, like what they represent and like their upbringing. It's crazy, like the way they built their first car, like when there was no blueprint on how to do an aerodynamic car, is just something that like I really respected. So I ran with that, and I stayed there for like 2 years, I think. Yeah, like 2 years.
oh damn.
And then from there, got recruited to Tesla and spent like another year and a half there. And then went to BMW. And then this last year, I've been freelancing, which is, excuse me.
Oh, no worries, man. That's what happens when you drink beer.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've just been freelancing for the past.
Been freelancing, yeah.
Nice.
This last year, I spent the whole year just freelancing, just doing work for like startups and stuff like that, and like events. And it's just crazy to see the transitions that I've done. Like having not finished, you know, like
right.
the school stuff and things like that. Like it's a blessing, it's for sure.
Definitely. I mean, I'm a big believer in just, you know, going to like the community college, taking the stuff that you're interested in and like figuring it out. Like that's what I did, man. The same route, basically. You know, it's just like, okay, so I'm gonna go to community college, take some classes in film. I took all the classes I could take. I didn't get my AA though, but I skipped that step. But after that, I was just like, all right. Me and my homie at the time, we were just like, all right, we joined together as a partnership, and we did some videos together and stuff like that. And then eventually, through that, you know, just through friends, like doing jobs here and there, we get hit up to do music video, or not music videos. Well, mostly music videos, but do videos for like a studio in San Carlos. And then like doing that for a while, and then it was about like a year or so, and then after that moved on, and then just again freelancing kind of thing, just kind of doing it on their own, just out there doing it, and then eventually I found this place, Visual Street Films, and yeah, I'm like truly blessed, man. I'm super glad of where I can do this. It's provided me the space to do my podcast as well too. So
Dope.
it's like,
yeah,
it's pretty great, man. Like
it's crazy the opportunities you get when you just kind of go with it, you know. I mean, sometimes you like sit there and you're just like, you really, I mean, there's sometimes when you think about it, you're just like, you know, am I going down the right way? Like, am I doing
right.
what I'm supposed to be doing? And you know, you ask yourself those questions, but then you just go with it, and then opportunities end up happening, and you're just like, oh man, maybe I shouldn't think too much about it, you know, maybe I should just go with it. And that's kind of how I've been doing it, and I've been fortunate to do what I've done with these companies and have like my name established in them, and it was literally just going with the flow. I didn't tell myself I was gonna like work for Tesla, you know. It just kind of happened, and I was just like, oh shit. And now that I look back on it, it's like I really did that, you know.
Yeah, it's tight, man. You can have that on your resume, man. That's what you did, and like that's dope. That's awesome, man. I had no idea about that.
Yeah, I kind of don't really like put my stuff out there, even though I should. Like since I'm a freelancer now, like I should definitely put my things out there, like. I think I heard on your podcast on one of the episodes, you're like, Instagram's kind of like your resume. I think you said like
yeah,
or like your
man.
business card or something.
It's like the new age business card, man. Because like, yeah, especially now. I mean, I probably trade Instagram handles more than I do business cards. I mean, I got my business cards. But, you know, it's just like probably trade more Instagram shit than
that's true.
And that just might be because, you know, the people that we're talking to are like, we're more, you know, it's our generation and stuff like that. But, Yeah, I mean, it really is, and yeah, that's why it's important to keep it updated and stuff like that. But also, you know, you got your like other. Most of you've gotten your jobs through like word of mouth, basically. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, that's a good thing. That means that you do good work, which actually, you know, it's a good way to establish yourself that way, and then like start promoting yourself,
on the portfolio and all like that. Yeah,
because then you have like trusted clients and stuff. So
exactly.
That's pretty good.
Even with the brand more so, it's been like word of mouth. Like the first couple of years, like we didn't waste any money on like marketing or anything like that. It was just like the homie told the homie that told the homie, and like,
and then as much free social media postings as you can.
Exactly,
right?
Yeah, and like just using Instagram, Twitter, and like
before sponsored posts.
Yeah, it was just a word of mouth, and to this day, like I think most of our sales come from word of mouth. It's just people saying like, "Yo, like, you know, mess with this brand, wooty woo," and it's like we're super thankful and super grateful for that, because a lot of all these other companies that I see, it's like they give like free merch and things like that to like rappers and stuff like that. Like we've never done such a thing where we like give free stuff to like rappers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what's making us like organically grow. And like I'm not worried about the timeline. It's just because it's organically growing. Like people in the Bay Area know us, people in Los Angeles. We ship to like New York, Chicago, Miami, things like that. And it's like places that I've never even been, you know. And it's like word of mouth. I mean, because we've never sent anything that out there, you know. So it's just super super dope to experience that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, I would say that you would practice in that of like you gifted me with a nice hat right
Yeah.
here. I mean, and that's promotion. I'm gonna wear that, you know.
Yeah.
Like I'll wear that in my music video, or I'll wear that at the next, photo
Appreciate
shoot or
it.
whatever, you know. So I mean, I think you do know the value of like, you know, here and there, like you got. You know, you make deals with people. Like it's like, here, we got you on some here. We'll throw you a hat, throw you a shirt. You know, here you go.
Yeah. I mean, I get what you mean.
I know what you mean. I know you're trying to be frugal. You're running a business.
Yeah,
I totally understand you, but I think you understand the value of that too.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like when we do events too, and like people that host us and stuff like that, like we'll give them like a shirt or two. But I mean like care packages. Like I see a lot of like brands, they send like care packages. Like, whole line.
That's like bigger brands, right?
Yeah,
like Supreme and shit
exactly.
Like that.
It's like,
which someday you'd hope to get there, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. That's definitely the main goal is to establish ourselves to the point where we have like a storefront and a flagship, things like that, where people can come in and have a good time, not just like in and out type of stuff. We definitely want to create an environment where it's like you could chill type of thing. Like the store that we have in mind, it's not out there yet. Like we definitely want to create something that hasn't been done, but it's definitely in the future.
Yeah, it's you'll get there.
Yeah,
a few years definitely. No, that's awesome, man. So speaking of events as well too, I mean, so you just had a few events right recently with some with like Mission Skateboards. And
yeah.
I forgot what the other one was, but
there was the one at Mission Skateboards. Shout out to Mission Skateboards, the homie Scott. And Dying Breed too. Shout out to Dom. It was in San Francisco. It was a couple of weeks ago. We released our new collection, Flight 7. Sorry. And this past Friday we were at First Friday in Oakland.
Oh, First Friday's in Oakland.
First Friday's in Oakland.
Nice.
Yeah, that was like our first time there. It was super dope. Shout out to Emlyn Exclusive and the boy Castro. He's from Redwood City also.
Oh, I know Castro.
Yeah,
he's been on the show before.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Nah, he's the homie. And we've had a couple shows while I've been up here. I came to visit family, and these opportunities came up, so we just kind of went with them. And we're gonna have another one. It's not really a show, but it's gonna be more like a art and vibing out type of thing. And
an art show basically.
Yeah, but it's gonna be at Dolores Park.
Oh.
It's gonna be next Saturday, the 17th of February. And there's going to be a bunch of art homies just painting, live painting, and doing some giveaways. But more so just to vibe out, So
Castro will be there too?
Castro will be there, yeah. My boy Salvador will be there. A couple of some old graffiti homies are going to be there because I started in that whole scene, so they're all going to be there.
You guys just setting up shop? Like you just going to Dolores, right? And you're just setting up or what?
We're not literally like setting up shop. We're literally just going to like have a tent, some blankets, and we're just going to have music and just be chilling.
Yeah. I don't know. It's been a while that I've been to Dolores, but I heard like there's renting out of some spots or something like that. Is that where you're doing, or you just? Again, kind of
I never even heard of that.
I thought I heard of that. Maybe that was a thing they were considering, and then like, the people were like, "No, fuck no."
I mean, I definitely know that it's sketch to like sell stuff there, like to open up a like just start selling stuff there. I know that's kind of sketch, so we won't be like selling anything, but I do know you can just pull up. Anybody can just pull up.
Oh
some
yeah,
blankets
definitely.
And
Yeah,
stuff
if you just go to Dolores Park on a Saturday or Sunday, it's packed.
Exactly. So that's kind of like what we're doing, just to vibe out. That's kind of like what this new collection is about. Is more so just an experience. We don't really want it to be like, oh, here, this is our new drop. Buy it online. Have a good day. Mm-hmm. We kind of wanted to like curate what it feels like to be this collection, if that means anything, if that makes sense. It's like to embody what it feels like to be in this collection. So these events that we've been doing, it's been more so like just shaking hands, having conversations, and just kind of...
It's getting your name out there, man. It's just the brand recognition. Like,
definitely.
That's the most important thing, is just getting your brand out there. I mean, having that at the Mission, in the Mission in San Francisco, it's huge, man. Yeah,
it was super dope too that day. Like, we were just there for 2 days, just like painting and like having art shows, and like, that's what I mean, like just the feeling of it is what we wanted to give people. Like, come feel what we represent type of thing. Like, we come from Mexican backgrounds, excuse me, so the Mission was like only right.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So like being there on a Saturday and a Sunday morning, like fucking hungover as shit. The homies playing guitars outside with like some OGs, and like it was just the vibe. Like that's definitely what we wanted to give people, to give our supporters, is that vibe of what we represent. Like, just having a good time, and that's what we've been doing for these last 3 shows, is just kind of just having a good time with those that come out. So that's been pretty fun lately.
No, that's good, man. That's good. It's getting out there and stuff, and the first Fridays is huge too. I mean, that's a big event. That's the day part. No, not day party, but Friday evening.
Yeah. Well, it starts like around 4, so kind of day, and then creeps into the night. But no, same thing. Like dope day. I had never even been to one. I've heard of it like ever since I lived here, but
I think I've been there like once.
Yeah, I never been there, and like it's super cool. They have like live music, food trucks, and like a bunch of vendors. I met a bunch of other brands, and just kind of like marketed with them, just like introduced myself, show face, and things like that. So that was super cool. And then just having people stop by the booth and asking questions, like from a city that I've never like done a show in. It was just dope. It was really dope.
Yeah, definitely a unique opportunity to get yourself out there.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, it's awesome, man. I mean, it's good to see you doing that kind of stuff. Being active and.
Yeah, I mean, you have to, especially when it comes to a brand. I think it's like you gotta show your face, Mm-hmm. In the first couple of years, we didn't really do that. It was just kind of just like releases, and now it's more so like I want to give it experiences, because, I mean, anybody can just sell you something,
Right.
But I wanted to have a memory with it, and that's kind of like what we're trying to do. That's like dope. Create a memory while you're purchasing something, and even if you don't purchase anything, have a memory with us and remember the brand that way, even if you don't take anything home. So that's kind of where I'm going with it.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
Yeah.
Other than that, so this is like the 6th release. So this is the first of the year, I guess you could say.
Flight 7, yeah, that's the first one for 2018. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a 4-part release.
Okay.
Just because like 7 is one of my favorite numbers.
Ah.
Yeah. So I kind of want to hold on to this.
It's a lucky number.
Yeah, I mean,
lucky number 7.
On the casinos and everything like that. Yeah, so I want to hold on to it for a minute. So I'm going to do like 4 collections within that. And this first one was our first cut and sew piece. So like we made our own fabric, and we had it stitched on like 3 different ways. It was like on the front, the back, the pocket, and then we had like knitted beanies and some hats. So that's like the part 1. And then part 2 is being worked on right now in LA. It's another like cut and sew type of piece. And first one was 2018, and so far it's going pretty good.
Yeah.
We sold out at Mission Skateboards. We had to make some more for First Friday. But
I was going to say, I was checking your shop earlier. I was like, oh, let me
it's
see
all
what
out.
I'm like, it's all sold out. Damn.
Yeah.
Nothing there.
There's nothing there.
So that's mostly like your winter kind of wear? Is it, or...
Yeah, the what's online was last year's releases.
Mm-hmm.
There was like, we did like a jogger suit, like a matching jogger pants with hoodie. like 2 colorways, and then we did like a couple of shirts like inspired from like the 90s.
Yeah.
And yeah, those did very well. We're also on like 4 retails, so like, distributing them doesn't leave as much for the online shops. It sells out like super quick. But yeah, we've been blessed enough that the site's been empty for like a month now.
Oh, that's good, man.
Which is like good and bad, you know?
Right, yeah.
Because we have people that are like, yo, when are you going to restock?
When's the next stuff? It's like, we're working on it right now,
we're
man.
working on it, man. And like, even like these shows that we did, the events, like we were hoping like, you know, to keep something, you know, to put online, but we literally didn't keep anything. But I mean,
that's a good problem to have, right?
Yeah, but we're going to open up the shop next Friday with the Flight 7 Part 1. So everybody that wants to get.
Oh, okay, nice.
Oh,
so the Flight 7 isn't sold out. It's all the old previous stuff that's sold out.
Everything is sold out. Flight 7 is not sold out.
It's not even out yet.
It's not even out. No, it's only been out at the events because I kind of wanted you to experience it. But once I head back to LA, it's gonna go online, and then you'll be able to purchase Flight 1. And
okay.
From so on, everything else will be available.
I'll try to keep my eye on it.
Yeah.
Before it sells out.
Yeah, no, definitely. We have like homies from LA, and they're like, "Yo, when is it dropping?" Like, hey, man, I would love to send you something, but you know.
How long you been living in LA?
I recently just moved there about 5-6 months ago.
Oh,
last summer, yeah.
Oh,
like
no
last
way.
summer.
Okay, so recent, big change.
Very recently, yeah.
First time moving out, right? Or
not really. I moved out from my mom's like at 17.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Oh
man, you're lucky.
I lived with my dad till I was like 19, and then from there he was kind of like, "You got this," you know. And I was just like, I mean, yeah, I got it, I guess. So from there, I've been living on my own. But yeah, as far as a new city, it's a first for me.
Right. Yeah. That's a big move. Yeah, even though it's just LA, but that's like 8 hours away. You know?
No, definitely. Especially like when all my family's up here. It was definitely something I needed to think about, and it was just best for me. So I did it. And
did you move out yourself, or do you have like a roommate that you
well, I have roommates down there, but yeah, I moved with myself. It's just me down there and meeting new people. So the roommates that I have down there from LA, like they don't even know much about the Bay, but it's like
wow,
yeah, but it's cool. Like I'm putting them on like Mac Dre and Kick the Sneak and all that.
Oh, there you go.
Because like it's crazy when I hear someone
Jacka and fucking Livewire.
It's crazy when I hear someone say that they don't know Mac Dre and like Kick the Sneak, but you're from the same coast. You know, it's like.
It's a very Bay thing, like, for sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But I mean, they know E40, so it's like
E40's like transcended now.
Yeah.
Like, he's you know, he's on another plateau, I guess.
But it's definitely interesting when you meet those people.
Yeah, that's a big move. I mean, so like most of your connections were just here, right? I mean, so like again, yeah, you're just moving out there by yourself, right?
Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah, all my friends
to take the company out there. I mean, so you have a partner, or
yeah, it's three of us, and the other 2 are here still.
Okay,
they're the ones that are handling like the website and stuff like that.
Nice.
But as far as I'm moving down there, I did it more so to like find more fabrics and find manufacturers, because like, you know, that's where it's at. Like
yeah, in LA,
district. Like I'm always at the fashion district. It's like my second home. And just going down there and just seeing all the fabrics, seeing the processes behind like the way they do things and the way that they import things from like overseas, like I'm just getting to learn all of that. And I felt like it's something that I needed to do for the brand was to go into LA and kind of like try to do what I did here down there, like just cultivate like that fan base, like that strong fan base from down there.
So very much the move was for the brand, for sure.
For sure.
Help expand it.
That was number 1, and number 2 was to expand like my graphic design portfolio. Because I mean,
very true. Yeah.
There's a lot of opportunities down there. Also, like there's startups just as much as there is here.
Oh yeah. Snapchat's down there.
Yeah, that's in Venice. So yeah, it was kind of like just neck and neck, and I was like, I mean, I gotta do it. You know, I'm not getting any younger, so just did it. It was scary, but I did it.
Yeah, I mean, how did that work? You just touch. You just land, or did you drive, or what'd you do? Like,
no,
I imagine you drove.
Yeah, I drove with my brother and my sister, and we literally just packed up everything, and we're just like, we out. Before I actually moved, we went out there like once or twice to like look for places.
Oh, okay.
And I found a place, and then they're like, "Yo, you really gonna do this?" And I was like, "I mean, yeah, you know, like let's do it." And it's like, "All right, let's do it." So they helped me they like helped me pack and all that, and we all drove down there, and they said bye, and ever since then, I stayed out there. Yeah. So now for the holidays, I saw them, which is super cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. I mean, that's good. Yeah. Not many people our age are moving out, fucking, doing shit out on their own.
Yeah.
It's either like we're in debt or fucking, or we're still stuck at that 9 to 5, or or just if you're like me, if you're fortunate like me, working every day and stuff like that. But
yeah, but it's nice though because you enjoy what you do. Like it's a 9 to 5, but you're still enjoying what it is that you're doing.
Yeah, no, this is the most unique 9 to 5 that there could ever exist, probably.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, so for sure.
Like, later, man. No, definitely. I mean, I enjoy my time here. I got the space here to do the podcast, do my music as well, and it's good. It's worked out pretty well. Again, super thankful that I just stuck with it.
Yeah,
that's really all it comes down to. It's like, did you stick with the thing that you wanted to do or that you liked? And it's so.
Exactly.
It's a busy studio here, It's all good, things are happening.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel it. A lot of work gets done here. It's super sick.
Yeah, no, and then we're growing. We were hiring new people. We have like 2 new interns this week, that came in 2 weeks ago.
So is this like based out of Belmont? Like it's always been at it?
Yeah, it's always been here. Well, actually, we used to be in San Carlos, but that was a long time ago. Back when I wasn't even working here. But yeah, it's mostly been here in Belmont. But we're chilling. We like it here. We like what we do. We're all artists here, man. We're all doing what we're doing.
That's the best part, is inspiring off of each other. Ideas, bouncing ideas. That's super sick. That's one thing that I like to do with like people that do any type of art, is just having conversations and bouncing off ideas. Like whatever it is that they do in the art field, it's super sick to be around those kind of people. Because you could be in a room full of people that are doing something else, like lawyers and doctors, and like not feel that connection, But once you're in a room with people that do similar things, it's like you feel those vibrations, and it's super sick. It's super inspiring.
Yeah, I mean that's the biggest thing. Like I would give any advice to anyone that says like, trying to do music or trying to do something with like media, anything like that. I mean, the biggest advice I could tell them, like if you're not in the game at all, is to just surround yourself with the people that are doing the same thing that you want to do, because that's just the way it'll work, man. Like you can't just be chilling with your friends from high school all the time.
Yeah.
It's good to do that.
Like
I still have connections with all my high school boys and stuff like that. But other than that, for the most part, I've expanded. I've gone out, and like try to expand my network and stuff like that. You gotta. So
yeah, I think that's how like I started. Like at the beginning of the brand, I was just like chilling with the homies that were just like smoking and turning up, and then like I was doing that on the side, but then I kind of realized like what you said, like I was like, yo, like although these are my homies, like they're not doing what I'm doing, and they're not in the space that I'm in. So I kind of got to find that with other people,
and there's nothing bad,
and there's nothing wrong with that, because I still hit them up,
Exactly.
I still kick it with them. But it's like you said, like you need to find that space, and then that's when the inspiration comes from, and that's when like the motivation and everything like that comes with it.
And then those friends will find it eventually too. They'll figure it out. So it's just like,
I mean, some of them are like, they're like doctors, and like one of them's like
there you go.
A chiropractor.
You have good friends.
Yeah, and like they're doing super good in like in their field. And when we hang out, it's like it's always like we just left off, but it's like I needed to do this, and
you always gotta have that group of friends where it's like you guys are good homies like for life, but like you don't always hang out and stuff. Yeah. Just the way it goes. We're always just too goddamn busy.
Yeah, especially as you grow older, man. It's like it's finding the time. Sometimes it's difficult, especially when you're balancing a lot, like family, work, like you said, the 9 to 5, and then still wanting to do what you want to do with your time. It's kind of hard as you get older, for sure.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely, and there's something to say. I'm not trying to just like put down anyone that hasn't figured it out or anything like that. But it's like there is something to say also, like people that are probably dealing with like some kind of like addiction or something like that, or some problems. Some drinking problems. The people that are going out to party all the time and stuff like that. They probably are trying to deal with some stuff. It's just like I'm not trying to just speak down on them. Like I understand that everyone's going through all kinds of stuff, and like I said, eventually they'll try to figure it out. They'll figure it out.
They'll figure it out. And like I said, we're young. I mean, we're 24. I'm 24.
Yeah, I'm 24 too.
So it's like you got a long way to figure it out, you know. So just make the best out of every situation you're in. That's one thing I like to say to everyone and anyone.
Well, and speaking to the whole thing of just being like, you know, we're 24, we're pretty young still. Like, you know, we still got we got our whole lives ahead of us and stuff. Right? So it's like I always look at that as like the whole thing of like, you know, some people want to find success right away in like music or whatever they do and stuff like that. But like wide success, like, you know, like superstar success or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like not even superstar success, but just like well-known success.
Yeah.
But you know, that doesn't happen like right away. There are a few instances where it does, where people will go viral or whatever, and then they're the next big thing the next day or something like that. But usually it takes time. Like my favorite example is, you know, Donald Glover, Childish Gambino.
Childish Gambino.
That dude right now, he's on top of the world, man. He's winning fucking Emmys. He's fucking, you know, he was nominated for a Grammy. Didn't win, unfortunately, but. You know, before, like, when he was our age, like, when he was, like, 22, like, he was a writer on 30 Rock, the TV show. It was, like, a comedy.
Oh, yeah.
He was just a writer.
And he did stand-up, too, right?
He did stand-up. He did, like, he always had, like, an inkling of doing, like, just doing entertainment stuff like that. He had stand-up. He was an actor. He was a rapper, a singer, you know, fucking all that stuff. But, like, you know, his early years, like, his early 20s was, like, he was behind the scenes. You know, he did 30 Rock. He wrote for 30 Rock, and then eventually got on camera for 30 Rock and shit like that. And then from there, he got on a TV show called Community. And then from there, you know, he just kept getting like these opportunities and stuff. And then slowly and steadily, like, was building his profile. And at the same time, was doing his music and stuff like that. And then like eventually, bam, Redbone comes out. It's like the biggest song in the fucking
in the world, man.
Man, that song's
like,
crazy.
Sounding so nice.
And it's a good song. It's a great song.
It really is. Like I didn't even think he can hit those notes. It's crazy. Sounding like Prince and some of those.
Yeah, no, definitely. And like again, so that's like I call it the Donald Glover route. Like that's a very good route to follow. It's just like focus on your things, like on your own stuff, build your portfolio, and it's gonna pay off at the end. Man, that dude's only like 30 years old, and he's, again, like we said, he's having a hot year. He's getting nominated for all the things.
Yeah. I mean, even if you look at like J. Cole and like Kendrick, like the people that are on top right now, like J. Cole, like he went to school route, you know, like he graduated from I forget what university. And,
yeah, he went to college.
Yeah, like he graduated.
Most rappers have gone to college.
Yeah, although they act like they don't. But no, he like went the whole school route and like he graduated and like got a job, and like you said, he was still doing his rap at home, you know. And he ended up sticking with the rapping thing, which is crazy. It's like he went to school, he went through all that, and then he still ended up winning in rap. So it's like, it's super sick. Like same thing with Kendrick. Like he started rapping when he was like 10, 11 with like J-Rock. Like I don't know if you know who J-Rock is. Like back in the day, like just writing for him. And 15 years later, that was like the #1 rapper. So it's like, it's just like I said, that consistency is just that's really what matters. It's like learning from your failures. And one-upping that on your next thing. Yeah. It's like I heard this quote. It's like you can work a 9 to 5, but from 5 to 9, you know, work on your dreams. You know.
Exactly.
You can clock out of your job, but you know, don't clock out of your dreams. You know.
Exactly, man. Yeah.
It's never too late to succeed. You know.
Yeah, just don't give up. Just keep working. Man.
Exactly. Yeah.
Did you see the Grammys? Like any of the performances or anything like that?
I didn't see the Grammys. No. I saw like on Twitter. I'm like heavily on Twitter. And I saw like the Kendrick performance was crazy.
Yeah, that Kendrick performance is nuts. He's always doing
out of this world shit.
And I didn't even realize, like, I had to watch it the second time, but I guess I wasn't paying attention, like fully paying attention the first time. But it was like, oh shit, Dave Chappelle's like intermittently just like coming in and out. And he's like, is this on cable?
Dude, no, I think that's what I liked the most about it was the fact that
funny.
It was like an interlude, and then it would always set to something else, and like a new song.
Yeah,
and it was just crazy. Like,
well, I thought was crazy was that none of the all the stuff he was rapping, it was to different beats of the album.
Yeah,
they were none like
it wasn't the beat of the album.
That fool never like performs a conventional just the song.
Yeah,
know, which I think is great. You know, you know, the live version's always gonna be different, which I think is the way it should be. You know, like there's a reason to go to the live show, right?
Yeah,
you know, so
yeah, he did something like last year, like 2 years ago with
To Pimp a Butterfly.
But it was like with Imagine Dragons, I think they're called. They're like a band.
Oh yeah.
And he did like that verse he did then was the verse that came out to Pimp a Butterfly, which was like a year later.
Oh shit!
And like no one knew it, and like I thought that was super sick. Like he like spit that, and it was like some real stuff. And then it ends out being on the album. Like he's crazy. He's like out of this world. I think he's like one of my favorite rappers right now.
Yeah,
sure.
I think hands down right now he's one of the best ones doing it right now for sure. I mean,
shout out to Evidence though. He
Main Street. Yeah, I was gonna say like Main Street.
Yeah,
you know, rapper. There's like a ton of like like recently I've been listening to this dude John Wayne. You know who John Wayne is?
John Wayne sounds familiar.
He's like this big fucking white guy. Like,
is he country?
No. Well, John Wayne. The name John Wayne was a famous actor back in the day.
Oh, okay.
But this guy, he's a rapper. He goes by John Wayne, and he kind of sounds like Rick Ross, but he's like a white dude. You know?
Oh shit.
Yeah. So it's like,
oh, he got like a.
Kind of, he's got long hair and shit like that. It's kind of like an Action Bronson situation where like everyone's like, "Oh, he sounds like Ghostface Killer, right?" Like,
okay.
So it's kind of like that. But no, I've been listening to John Wayne and like that dude's hella dope too. So it's just like, and he's underground as fuck. So it's just like, there's plenty of dudes I know that are killing it for sure. And then even just local people that I know that are just killing it.
Yeah, shout out to Dilla though. Dilla Day was just last Friday.
Oh yeah,
shout out to Dilla.
Damn. Fuck. I also just saw it like on a meme, or not on a meme, just like on Instagram page. Like him and Nujabes was they were born on the same day.
Yeah. I
didn't even realize
I didn't know that.
I was like, damn,
that's crazy.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah.
But no, yeah, shout out to all the local artists like my boy Will Melendez.
Yeah,
he's doing his thing. I saw he was on your podcast too.
Yeah. That was about a year ago now. That was a while ago. But no, I like his stuff. Yeah, he does makes good music and stuff.
Yeah, and like Versal.
Oh yeah, Versal.
Yeah,
Baby Chris.
It's crazy,
formerly known as Baby Chris.
Yeah, it's crazy because I went to high school with her and like.
Oh, you did?
To see her like do what she's doing is like super inspiring. Like,
oh, dude, she's an inspiration to a lot of people for sure. And
it's just crazy because like I'm a fond believer of like when you're in high school, you kind of like tap into what it is that you want to do, but because of everything around you and like the pressure of like going to college, you kind of shade away from it. Because I remember,
or even just like being cool or whatever, or just like not being judged, or
Because I remember like she would always be like writing in school, like writing like poems and shit, and then same with me, like I would always be sketching, and like we talked about this like a few years later, and she was like, yeah, it's crazy, like. Like you ended up doing this, and I was like, no, it's crazy that you ended up doing that. Like, like you was writing on notebooks, like full on notebooks she had, bro. Like, it's just crazy, and like what she's doing now is super dope. Super props to her.
That's funny. Yeah, I haven't talked to them. Like, I haven't seen. Like, I'll see people from high school and stuff like that, and like, they've known what I've been doing or whatever. But like,
what high school did you go to?
I went to Woodside, Woodside High School. Yeah, class of 2011. So, so you went to Carmont?
Yeah, 2011.
So you went to Carmont.
I didn't graduate there, but yeah, shout out to Carmont.
Oh, you didn't graduate?
Nah. High school was very difficult for me.
Oh, I mean, look at you now.
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely like a whole 180, but yeah, shout out to Carmont.
I mean, look, the school's not for everybody, especially high school. High school is not for everybody, for sure. High school is a lot of bullshit. It's a lot of, I guess... Drama, right? Yeah, there can be a lot of drama and shit like that. There can be a lot of just... I mean, I think just the education shit is bullshit, too. It's just like...
the whole education system's setting you up for failure, bro.
Well, that and just, like, the way how it's just, like, it's nothing that you're interested in.
No, definitely. It's like...
You're lucky if some schools have, like, graphic design or photography or art class and music. I mean, most have art and music, but like if you have like those digital, like my school had film, like video production. That's what I learned how to fucking edit. Yeah, that's where I first learned like my program. Adobe Premiere. It was like in high school. I took the class and that was my basis. And then after that, I went to CSM, and I had an idea of how to already do all that shit. Yeah. So then I just from there, you just progress and shit.
Yeah, so same thing. I took a web design class in high school. I don't remember his name, or else I'd shout him out. But yeah, that's how I got interested to like being able to create something off my mind, like in web design, like HTML coding and all that. It's like you can literally. Whatever you want the layout to be in your mind, it can happen if you know code. And then from there, like you said, I went to CSM and I took like graphic design, I took computer application classes like that, and like just college is really where you find out what you want to do, because everything is there. Like If you want to be like in ethnic studies, like there's a bunch of classes for that. If you want to be in English literature, like there's a bunch of classes for that. If you want to be like a history teacher, there's a bunch of classes for that. So like college is definitely where it's at. Like that's definitely where you need to at least tap into. I think that's something I would tell everybody is try it out.
Well, and then again, like high school should be more like college, where it's like geared towards a career and shit like that. It's like I remember reading the Steve Jobs book, the one after he passed away and shit like that, and like so it was like his autobiography basically, but written by someone else obviously. So biography. It was his biography, and he was telling the story of how like when he was in college, he wouldn't take any of the classes that he was assigned to. Oh, shit. He would just go to random classes that he was interested to. Because he was just like, well, like, I don't care about this other shit. So he would just go to the class. He would just drop in. Like, he dropped into a typography class or some shit like that. Damn. And he was just interested in it. He's like, oh, shit, learn about fonts and shit like that. And, like, he would just, like, sit in on the class and stuff like that and just learn from there. And then go to another thing and just sit in on there and just learn from it. So just, like, I took that, like, to heart. I was like, yeah, just, it's college. It's the time to fucking just explore. Like,
yeah, make mistakes and shit.
Yeah, just go find the stuff you want to do. And, luckily I found the video stuff that I really wanted to do. And, well, that just went hand in hand with the music. So
yeah. No, definitely. I feel like if high school was more like college, I feel like we'd all, like, be more ready when we were 18. Instead of, like, starting, like, when you're 18, it's like you start, like, all right, what you about to do? We would have an idea if high school kind of fell in the same way. Because, like, you go to, like, PE and things like that, and you go to, like, history, and it's, like, what they're telling you is mostly not even true,
Right.
Like Columbus and all that stuff.
Yeah,
so it's like, don't teach us that. Like, man, teach us about, like, stocks and taxes, and that way when we're 21, we're not in debt, Teach us how to, like...
Basic savings.
Exactly. Like, teach us how to use credit and stuff like that. But, I mean, that's definitely something that it's in our hand, I think, in our generation and the one before us, is to get into those positions and really make a change. And slowly it's going to happen, but maybe like in the next 30 years when we definitely have power. Right now we're just tapping in,
Well, even then, there's some young guys out there. There's this dude from like Michigan that's like a state representative. He's like the youngest one ever in the state of Michigan. He's like 22 years old. Damn. And he's a state representative or legislature. I don't know, one of those things. He's an elected official.
Oh shit.
He's only 22 years old. Damn. He was a mayor of a town at 18.
No way.
Yeah, like it was crazy. And
damn.
It's like,
you see, I mean, yeah, it's gonna happen, and it's happening. We just gotta stay focused, and just carry love in everything that we do, because that I feel like that's gonna help in the long run. If we always put love into what we're doing, whatever it is that you're doing.
Hell yeah. You got any other you got any hobbies? What do you do for fun, man?
For fun? I literally just like to paint.
Yeah.
I recently just started painting like on canvases and stuff.
Nice. I saw some of that you put out some of that work on the website.
Yeah. I recently just started doing that. But yeah, for fun, I just like to paint and do designs. Basically, just use my imagination. I have like a tablet that my brother got me. Shout out to my brother. Uh-huh. And I just draw on it. It's basically drawing on a piece of paper.
Nice.
And what I draw shoots up to the screen. So I just spend my time like just doing.
Is it like it's an iPad or is it?
It's like a tablet, but it's more like a Surface. It's like super thin.
Is it the Wacom?
Yeah. It's the Wacom.
Yeah.
It connects like whatever you're doing on the tablet to the screen, and I just like to doodle and.
So you've been doing a lot of stuff on that then?
Yeah, that's where I sketch most of the logos is on that stuff. Either that or I do it on paper, and then I do the whole scanning and vectorizing, and then put it on the computer. But yeah, that's that and music. That's what I like to do, and hang out with friends. Yeah, I really got to tap in with a lot of my friends since I've been here, which is super cool.
Yeah,
I'm taking advantage of that before I head back, because out there I know like 5 people. Now.
You'll build your network though. You'll get there for sure.
It's getting there. BMW definitely helped me meet a lot of people.
So be working for BMW down there?
I was, yeah.
Okay.
That's when I got down there. Like I went straight to that.
Yeah.
Because,
you gotta have a job.
Gotta have income. The landlord ain't gonna let it slide. But no, yeah, I went straight to that, and I met a lot of people there. And it's crazy because I met a lot of people my age that are like into like what I'm into, but I don't know. I feel like there's that fear, because we all have that fear, to just leave what you're doing and start something fresh.
Yeah, start something new completely.
Completely.
Yeah. That takes a lot of guts.
But I met some people that are like super, super cool. So that's who I've been hanging out down there. But yeah, not as much as up here, which is it's difficult for now, but I'll manage.
How you liking the LA scene? Is it haven't seen too much of it or?
Nah, I mean, when I first moved, like I was just chilling, like going to the fashion district and stuff like that, and like just going to art shows. And I like it because there is a lot of art. There's like a way more art on the streets. There's way more art shows like on Tuesdays, Thursdays, like Saturdays. It's just a different vibe. I feel like everyone out there just has a point to prove to somebody. Out here in the Bay, like it's just love.
Everyone's
like,
just chilling.
Everyone's just chilling. Like they know what they're doing and they're cool with it, So it's like everyone up here is just super chill. Like you ask them for directions in the city and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's
I got you, bro.
I got you." Out there in LA, it's like,
fuck off.
It's like, who are you again? Where are you from? It's just it's a different environment, but
yeah,
it's nice because I get to see more artists at shows. Like I said, there's shows like every day. That's one thing that I do like, and the beaches, man. A lot more warmer.
Yeah, nice warm beaches. None of that cold shit here.
None
in
of
fucking
that.
Half
Ocean
Moon Bay.
Beach, Half Moon Bay, Pacifica. Yeah, definitely the beaches is dope, and the piers and all that they have down there. Mm-hmm. And yeah, just like I really like the way that we have the Mission here. They have a lot more of that.
Oh, okay.
Like I feel like a lot of like Mexican culture there's a lot more down there, like the whole Chicano movement and like things like that. And I really gravitated towards that. Like I go to like East Los Angeles and just vibe out at like MacArthur Park or Echo Park and just kick it there with like random people. Go to skate parks and just skate with like random people. They have like 7 skate parks down there. Up here they have like 4, I think, and they're like scattered on the peninsula.
So wait, is that where you live, near East LA, or?
I live in North LA, like kind of by Chinatown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like right by Dodger Stadium.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Shout out to the Giants, though.
I'm like vaguely know the fucking LA.
I mean, now that I moved there, like it's crazy the amount of places that there is. Like when like us from up here, you think LA, you think of like Disneyland, Venice.
Well, Disneyland's Anaheim.
Yeah, but I mean, you think of that, it's like gangsters or whatever. You think of like that kind of stuff. But dude, there's like so many cities out there. Like
yeah, it's funny. Like LA there's the city of LA and stuff, which is like the downtown area and all that stuff, right? And then, but it's like LA's a county. So it's like it's got all these other cities. You got fucking Culver City, you got Studio City, you got fucking
Burbank,
you got Beverly Hills, you got fucking Santa Monica, and like, it's just like
you got like Compton and fucking
right. Yeah, have you been to Compton?
I've been on the train, like literally just passed
by. I heard recently that's gonna be the new the hot spot. Like fucking.
I mean, it happened in the 80s.
No, I mean if like that. New like real estate.
Yeah, it happened in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people from the East Coast, like Atlanta and Louisiana, they all moved to Compton in the 80s.
Right.
Because it was so cheap.
Right. Oh, no, I'm saying because now it's going to be even more. It's going to be popping. Just,
okay.
Gentrification city going out here, man. All over the place.
Oh, yeah. No, I feel it.
Is it that bad actually in LA? Or
gentrification?
Man, just everything, man. At least here in the Bay, everything's changing. Of course,
I mean, everything's changing. You
Redwood is
El Camino, bro. Like it don't even look like El Camino.
But I guess is that happening kind of like in LA or at all or?
I mean, I'm not from there, so it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, you just got there, right?
I just got there, but it's not like up here. I could tell you that for sure.
There's not as much construction shit going on.
Definitely not.
Maybe high rises going up.
Maybe like downtown. That's just because it's downtown.
Yeah, exactly.
But like on the outskirts, there's not much construction going on.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because out here, You got Redwood, you got, like
East Palo Alto.
East Palo Alto starting to build out.
Daly City.
Daly City's building up.
San Francisco.
Burlingame, I know.
Everything.
Trying to make Brisbane the fucking next spot,
I mean, Menlo Park ain't even Menlo Park anymore. You know what I mean? That's Facebook town, basically.
Yeah.
But
no, they're right next to literally EPA.
Yeah,
crazy.
And I mean, it's good. It's a good thing, because they're bringing in new money to that city, which is what they needed. They're cleaning up the streets, which is what they needed. Because when I was growing up,
it was bad.
It was just liquor stores everywhere, honestly. So now, like, to see like the IKEA and everything, like the Target and everything. So it's giving more opportunities for people to work in different places. I remember when I was growing up, like, nobody worked in East Palo Alto. Like, nobody. There was nothing to work there unless you
unless you work at those shopping at the shopping centers,
exactly.
Right? The Best Buy that used to be there.
Exactly, yeah.
Fucking
but
the Home Depot that's there.
Other than that, there was nothing there. So like, I'm happy that the city's like cleaning up and everything like that. But as far as like kicking natives out, I'm not
pricing people out. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that happens. It's sad, but it happens.
It's a double-edged sword, man, and it's something that's come up on this podcast a lot about just like, it's tough, man, because look, again, like how you're saying, it was not safe back in the day, and like now it's a lot safer, definitely. But with that comes, the price gouge, and like people are just getting priced out, and they gotta leave and they gotta go out to Fremont or fucking even
East Bay, like Modesto,
even further. Yeah, people are going out to Modesto, people are going out to fucking Tracy.
And then that's like where the traffic comes into play, Like, you don't want to be on 92 from like 2 to 6.
Nah.
It's bad. Same thing with DB, like Dunbarton, like you do not want to be on that.
No. But then, the Bay Area traffic has just gotten just as bad as I'm sure as LA.
No, yeah.
Last time I was in LA, I was like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. Now I'm thinking the same thing in fucking the Bay Area. It's like, it's the middle of the fucking day.
Exactly.
101's backed up. I'm just like, Jesus.
Yeah, I was
just trying to work.
The other day, I was like, I forgot where I was going. I think I was going to the East Bay, and like, since I haven't been here in a minute, they were like, when are you gonna leave? And I was like, I'm gonna leave like 3:30ish. I needed to be where I needed to be like around 6. And they're like, you should leave before 3:30. I was like, why? Like, you're not gonna make it by 6. And I was like, what do you mean? They're like, dude, did you forget how bad the traffic's here? I was like, I mean, I guess. Like, I totally forgot what traffic was like here. You're
like, oh, it's nothing like LA.
Yeah, and I was like, nah, it's not. I'm giving myself 3 hours. It's nothing. They're like, nah, bro, like, leave at 2, and you'll get there like 5:20, 5:30. And I was like, fuck, all right. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
But even that, like, I just enjoy, like, skating, like, just being outdoors. So you'll catch me, like, on a board and a bike.
Right.
More of the time in LA,
so in LA, like you said, there's like a bunch of skate parks nearby where you live, so it's like you're skating down.
Yeah, I just like to skate and just like hear sounds.
Yeah.
And just
are you more like near, I guess, like busier streets, or is it more of like?
I'm literally next to like, I forget what that freeway is. It's not the 5. And it's not 101. I think it's
one of the freeways.
It's one of the. It's like
one of the many freeways.
It's like Freeway 2 that literally takes you into downtown.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like around there, but like I found the cuts that can like take you into downtown in like 15 minutes.
Oh, nice.
So
there you go.
So like literally riding down that takes me like 15 minutes on board. So it's a lot more refreshing than having to sit in a car. So sometimes I'll just get my board and just dip.
Oh yeah.
Even here, but I haven't skated. I didn't bring my board.
Are you near food? Do you have late night food stuff? Because that's the biggest thing here.
Yeah,
is that there's no late night food shit, man. There's nothing here late night. All you get is fucking Denny's and IHOP, and that's about it. And Heidi's Pie.
I mean, you got your local taco trucks that are out there till like 2.
Oh, nice.
But
that's awesome.
IHOP is definitely life-saving,
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying it's like the only thing out here.
Yeah, no, there's a bunch of like taco trucks out there. And the thing about LA is like I said, like there's so many events that there's like food trucks, like vegan food trucks. Like every Thursday, there's this one thing that I go to that is like a bunch of vegan trucks. And then there's like other days, like Saturdays in downtown LA that they have like a bunch of like mom and pops food trucks, and like they got like ribs and
I'm sure there's a bacon wrapped hot dog stand somewhere.
There's like this donut place, I forget what it's called, but like they have like, it's like a donut and ice cream. I haven't tried it. It doesn't look appetizing, but they sell out.
Sounds like diabetes.
It sounds like you're gonna be seeing the bathroom pretty soon. But no, there's definitely some unique food down there. But nothing like San Francisco. The food, I missed it. I've been there like at least twice a week since I've been here. Just San Francisco, they have so many good food. From like the pier to the tenderloin.
I hear LA though's got like good like Korean food, right? Like, you like Korean food?
I like Korean food.
I love Korean food.
I like when you can cook it yourself.
Oh, that's the best.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You go with a group of homies and like you cook it right there. They do have a lot of Korean places, especially like in Garden Grove. They also have like a bunch of Thai. Like, I really like Thai food. So they have like a bunch of Thai food places and like Chinese places with like different ways to like grill your chicken. Like in Chinatown, there's like this bomb ass place that serves like fried rice on fried chicken. It's super bomb. It's like $8.99.
Oh damn!
Super
Steal.
cheap. Yeah, it's super cheap. And then yeah, there's a lot of like food places down there. But
More of a nightlife.
there's definitely more of a nightlife.
But it's growing here too, as well. I should say.
The thing about here is, I feel like the nightlife it's either San Francisco, Oakland, or San Jose.
Or at least for us, it's either that and then Palo Alto.
Yeah, Palo Alto. But over there, it's like every city has a nightlife. Like, you can go to like Glendale and it can get it popping. You can go to Santa Monica, you can go to Burbank, Pasadena,
And get popping.
and it gets popping. Like here, it's not popping in San Carlos.
No.
Or like anywhere in the peninsula. Like, I mean, Redwood's
getting up there. Redwood's getting up there,
Redwood's
I guess, right?
But like, it's not like a place that you go and get it popping. You know, like you can't go to Burlingame and get it popping. But it's definitely
Burlingame is popping for just restaurants.
food. Yeah, got some good foods on Broadway and stuff like that. But no, the scene out here is definitely growing a lot more since I left. When I came back, like
That's just 6 months.
but like it's just a lot more. Like, I've met some people since I've been here. That's just a lot more like more events that I didn't see when I was here. Maybe because when I was here I was so busy with like Tesla or whatever. But it's just there's a lot more events going down here, which is cool. And it's more like local people getting together. And like I feel like on Instagram I see like a flyer every Saturday, like come kick it over here. Yeah. Like and that's what I see in LA. And that's why I went there. But here it's like it's slowly popping.
Starting to grow, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's starting to grow, like at least in the Bay Area, because like there's more stuff going on and just like more events, like you said, and more people are moving in. More people want to do things, you know.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Definitely.
Like, as the more gentrification there is, the more art there is. As fucked up as that sounds.
Yeah, no, that's true. And the more people that want to buy art. That's for sure.
Hell yeah.
The faces that I saw at First Friday is like faces that you would see at like executive offices and things like that.
A lot of Asians.
Like Asians and like Indians.
Indians.
Like, shout out to my
We
Indian
nailed it.
people. No, but shout out to them. Like they were out there like buying, like shout out to the homie Castro. Like they were buying pieces and like, oh, what's the story behind this? And like he was explaining it and it's like they're really into that, you know? Yeah. And like that's super dope. That's cultivating here.
It's a cycle, man. It's a cycle, yo. People just see new people coming in. They just want to hate and stuff like that. But it's like, nah, you can't, because you're gonna fucking be dependent on them. Especially if you're an artist, you're gonna be super dependent on them because they're the ones with the fucking money.
Exactly.
Like, it's just the way it is. You know? Same way with like people in service industry. You know, people bartenders and all that stuff. You know, people working in SF. Like I have some friends that are bartenders in SF, and they're really telling me like, yeah, man, these guys were talking about at the bar. They're like, oh yeah, we're celebrating. We just closed on $1 million or something like that. And like, it's like, oh shit, that's crazy. It's like, you better fucking tip me good.
Yeah.
You know. So it's like we're relying on them as well. You know, just as much as they're relying on us. You know, for food and art. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it goes both ways.
And I just feel like you should make that connection because I mean, you never know. You know where that can take you. Mm-hmm. I mean, that goes back to what I said, like just going with it, like. So the randomest person you'll meet, like, you know, you can benefit from them. You never know until you introduce yourself to them. And that's what I like to do, is just introduce myself to people, because the opportunities that come with that.
Just show your face. That's all it is, you know? Just show your face, show up on time. That's the biggest thing, I guess, right? Just show up on time, show your face, and show that, you know, you're not just in it for yourself and that you want to, you know, connect. You want to network. You know?
Yeah. Talking about connect. I remember I saw this, like when my brother had told me about the Peninsula Life, he showed me a video of yours that was like super dope. It was like trippy. like I don't know which one it is, but it was like there was like animation coming out.
Oh, okay. Palm trees.
Yeah. And I was just like, this guy is like on some other shit. Cause like, I mean, like, cause like, you know, people do that animation videos, you know, like you got like Kanye and you got like Young L and stuff like that. But it's like that one, I was just like, he's from Redwood and he's doing this.
Yeah. Just to be clear, I didn't make the animation, but yeah, that was my boy Brian Clifford. I don't know if you know him.
I don't think.
Okay. Well, he goes by Dodge Williams. My bad. I shouldn't have said that. Forget
out.
what I just said. Dodge Williams. But no, yeah, he does art as well and paintings and all that kind of stuff.
But that idea must have came from like, you know, your mind.
It was together. You know? It was a collaboration for sure. But he did the literal animations, like frame by frame, fucking, you know, like doing all that shit.
Yeah.
Like
when I saw that, I was like, dude, this guy's a smother on another level. And my brother was like, yeah, man, we gotta fuck with him. Like, all right, I'm in there. And yeah, sure enough, when I met you, you were like super dope.
Oh, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah. Man. I'm just trying to do me, man. I'm just trying to do the things I want to do and just put out as much dope content, you know, and you know, like I said earlier, like the fame stuff or not even the fame, but recognition and any of that stuff, like it'll come later on or whatever. Yeah. Like I feel like just put my head down and just work. I feel like
exactly.
Like man. I'm not even paying attention to how many views this thing gets.
Don't even look at the recognition. Don't even wait for it. It's just keep doing what you love, and it's gonna happen, man. Like even not to the scale that you want it to, but eventually it will get to that scale. You know what I mean? Like I remember the first shirts that we did. It was like I did like 10, and like all my friends bought it, and I was like, oh, I got it, you know. And the next thing I did like 20. And then like 10 sat, and I was just like, oh man, maybe I don't got it.
God damn it.
Yeah, like maybe I don't got it. But it's like you just got to keep going, man, and like not give up. That's the main thing. It's like, and we have a long way to go. We have a lot more people to meet, and we have a lot more ideas to do with those people that we meet. So it's like, just go with it, you know. Like me when I saw that video of yours, I was just like, if this is what he's doing now, like imagine 5-6 years from now. If he doesn't stop doing it, like imagine the shit that he's gonna have. Right. And sure enough, man, like you got this podcast, you have this platform, and like you're meeting these people and like conversating, and a lot comes from conversations, you know, ideas, motivation. So it's like you're doing that step forward, and I applaud you for that, bro.
Thank you, super man. Dope. Thank you. Yeah, I could only hope that anyone would just listen to this podcast, either it's from you or me, and just feel inspired to just kind of just go out and do it. You know, it's like you know, people all the time are like, oh, I want to do, like, again, it's like, I want to do this thing, I want to do that, but like there's something holding them back, whether it's like, you know, like girlfriend or boyfriend or even just themselves or something like that. But all you need is just that little push and just do it, and then, you know, you'll be on your way, you know.
Yeah, this one thing that my dad once told me, he was like, they didn't build the wall of China in one day.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, it's going to take you some time, you know, and you're going to fail. You're going to like think that it ain't even worth it, but that makes you even stronger. Like just turning around and being like, nah, it is worth it. And, you know, it's worth it to like 200 people if that's all you have that are following you. You know, like it matters to them. So as long as you keep going, it's gonna pay off. That's something that I tell like my little brother and everything. Like him with his rapping thing. Like at first, like he was having like 10, 20 streams, and he was like, I want to meet these 10, 20 people. And then I was like, I mean, yeah, you should meet them, whatever. And now he's getting like thousands of plays, and it's like, damn, bro, like I left for 6 months, and like now you're like doing this whole other stuff. And it's like same thing. He was multiple times, he was just like, damn, man, like should I do it? Like something's telling me I need to keep doing it. And I was like, you gotta keep doing it. Like, you know, you got the voice for it, you know, you got the message, like just keep doing it. And to this day, he's grinding, man. He's in the studio like almost every day. He's probably in the studio right now.
I was gonna say, I saw that video of like him at a big ass studio. Where's that at?
He goes to 25th in Oakland.
Oh, okay.
It's like a full like pricey studio. He told me that like E40 did like some hits there or whatever. And that's where he goes to like master them. Oh, but he has like local producers that he like gets beat from. He like puts his ad libs down and things like that. Shout out to Masachuma though, bruh. That's his like homie from high school, and they've both been building like their sound since the beginning. And yeah, he just records in like people that he meets, and then goes from there. He just meets new people. He has like 2-3 producers now that he hangs out with like every other day. And he sends me Snapchats like at 2-3 in the morning. He's like, still working, bro, and like I'm sleeping. And then the next day I'm just like, bro, like you're crazy, like, you know. But you got to do that, you know. You got to put in that time.
Hell yeah.
You got to put in those 10,000 hours before it plays off, you know. And that's what I say to anybody that's out there trying to be a rapper or be an actor or anything. Like, you got to do those 10,000 hours, you know. Because like you said, like when you first rapped, this is probably like,
that's terrible.
It was it was terrible, but it's like
terrible.
The new stuff that you have now is like so lyrical, and it's like, you know, you needed to do the little stuff to get to where you're at now.
Yeah, just makes sense. Just the progression will be there. You know, we all get older. We all, especially, you know, since we're pretty young. You know, we keep maturing. We keep finding new ideas and new ideologies and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, and it'll reflect in our music or in our art. And yeah, it's great. It's a crazy ride for sure.
But it's fun, man. You know, especially when you're doing what it is that you like. Because, like I said, I have those friends that they just stuck to like the job,
right? And
it's like sometimes you can tell like they don't like it.
Yeah,
like they're going because they have to.
Yeah, and it pays the bills.
But it's like when you're doing what you love, like even if you just make it enough for the bills, like you're still enjoying it. You know, like there was times in LA when like I was just chilling and like designing every day, and I like took a step back and I was like, I'm really just like living off like working on this computer. Like, and I bought this computer when I was like 18. Like, I didn't even buy it for graphic design. I bought it because my sister had one, and she was just like, "You should get a computer." And I was like, "For what?" She's like, "You can do a lot with this," and it's true. Like, you invest in a computer instead of like going out to clubs. You can do something with that computer, bro.
Hell yeah.
You can be a videographer. You can be a photographer. You can be anything. Like, you can build something off a computer. And shout out to Steve Jobs for that, you know?
For real. It's like, at the end of the day, it all comes full circle. Thank you, Steve Jobs.
No, shout out to Steve Jobs, bro. I saw those 2 movies of him, and
which one did you like
I never
better?
read the book. I like the one with Ashton Kutcher.
I didn't like that one as much.
You didn't like that one?
Nah, it was, for me, that one was too surface level. It was kind of like it was like a Wikipedia movie for me.
Oh, okay.
Where it just like hit it like his greatest hits.
Okay.
It just felt like his greatest hits. It's like I want to know more about the man, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what I felt. The other one felt was like, oh, you get to learn a little more insight about how he worked and like how he thought.
Was super like.
Oh yeah, it's a dick.
Stressful, yeah.
A dick.
But I mean, that's how geniuses are, I guess.
Yeah, I've read the book, so he even admits it, man. He's a dick. Like he. And you know what? Look at the great, amazing things that we got from it.
I mean, sometimes you have to be selfish to help others. As crazy as that sounds.
It is fucked, though, that, like, because, you know, there's former employees that, like, have quit under him and shit like that.
Sure.
And it's because of, you know, he had unreasonable demands.
Yeah.
Or, you know, it was just fucking kind of psycho and shit like that. But it's just like...
Well, I mean, Wozniak left because of...
Well, yeah. They just disagreement and, yeah.
Exactly.
And, yeah, no, definitely. But, that dude definitely... revolutionized a lot of things for sure. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to do most of the things that we're doing right now without it.
No, for sure.
But yeah.
Shout out to him, man. Do you have any new tape dropping soon?
I'm working on my stuff right now. I'm working on my music. You know, just trying to find some new songs. I've recorded a few songs here and there, but not ready to release them. I want to release like an EP and just something really focused. But,
nice. You record that here?
Yeah, I record that here, and then everything's pretty much done here, man.
You make like beats and all that, huh?
Yeah, I make my own beats. So that's mostly what I've been working on a lot lately.
Is
beats and stuff like that.
I would think that's like time consuming.
Yeah, it's definitely time consuming. Trying to find new ideas and just new sounds and stuff like that. And even then, like I still haven't feel like I haven't found what I'm looking for quite yet. But I think I'm getting there.
I always wanted to like be a producer, like lightweight, because like I said, like I can hear sounds and like, you know, I have sounds in my head, but as far as like laying it down, I don't think I could ever do that. Like I saw like some of my brother's producers, like those softwares that they use, literally looks like weird, like kind of like the one that you have here while we're recording.
Logic,
it's like it's confusing. Like there's like tones, and then I see him like move it over here and here, and I'm just like, bruh.
It's a lot of it's meticulous work for sure, and but the beat making stuff is fun. The meticulous thing is like the mixing and shit. That's the shit. Yeah, mixing and mastering. That's like the very meticulous shit where you start seeing them doing stuff. It's like,
so is that like where you tone like you tone things down, or what's like
yeah,
the
you know,
definition of that?
you get the like the lows are too high or something like that, so you bring down the lows or something like that. So like there's less bass in the sound or something like that.
And then like it needs to sound a certain way on like your headphones, and then
Oh
like,
yeah, and that's the thing. You got to make it sound the same for your headphones, for
stereo,
speakers,
everything,
anyone
yeah.
that's just slapping on any kind of thing. Yeah, it's very again that part is meticulous. I'm not the greatest at that. I know like basic like mixing and stuff like that, but other than that, I'm mostly like just I'm producing the beats, and then like later on I'll have someone else really like mix that shit down. It mix and master that shit down. So
yeah, you should definitely get on a track with my brother though. You guys have like
I know, yeah.
you guys definitely both have like that lyrical stuff. Like it's sick. Like you remind me of like an Immortal Technique type of like, you know, real. Even though you don't want to hear it, I'm gonna give it to you type of stuff. And like same thing with him. Like it's like just lyrical, and that's what I like. I like lyrical, underground hip hop. Like that's what I like the most.
Yeah, same.
None of this radio stuff. Like I can't remember the last time I heard the radio.
Yeah, no, I'm strictly. I mean, I grew up, you know, East Coast hip hop, Wu-Tang. Fucking,
dope.
You know, that was my shit. Like, yeah.
You have siblings? Is that like the ones who put you on?
No, dude. Well, I mean, I do have siblings. Sorry, I have an older brother that I grew up with. But no, he wasn't into rap at all.
Oh, wow.
I got put on by just friends and stuff like
Nice.
that, and just listening to shit and like.
Yeah.
And then eventually, I just like. I remember like a lot of like in elementary school, a lot of my friends were trying to put me on to like Eminem and stuff like that, and I liked it and stuff, but it was just like, I don't know, it was a lot.
Yeah.
Back in the day, that was like '04 Eminem, so you know,
Yeah, it was like killing people and stuff.
So, and I, you know, it's great. Eminem's one of the dopest, you know, to ever come out. But no, I just attracted more to like the actual like just like early '90s East Coast kind of vibe and shit, you know. So like underground kind of music, and yeah, Immortal Technique was a big guy that I listened to a lot, and
like Muse.
Muse. Oh, the rock band. Yeah, I like Muse.
Nah, he's a rapper.
Wait, who?
Muse.
He's
a rapper.
There's another band. There's a band called Muse.
Oh wow, okay. No, yeah.
M-U-S-E.
M-U-S-E, yeah.
Yeah, there's a rock band called Muse.
Oh damn, that's dope. Yeah.
Anyways.
I grew up like listening to like the whole West Coast thing. Like my uncles were like gangbangers or whatever you want to say. So like they put me up like Snoop, like Dre, NWA, and everything like that.
No Latino hip hop, like Chicano hip hop, like Latino guys.
Nah, I mean I listened to Aquid for a little bit because of my brother, but no Latino, nah.
Anyways,
I never even liked like what's that called, like reggaeton.
Right.
I never was into that or anything like that.
But you know what I'm talking about. There's like that kind of like Chicano Latin hip hop that was like coming up at the same time, but like it got kind of big, but it didn't get super big. Like,
who's like an artist?
I don't know.
Because I don't remember. But it was like in high school when like my sister put me onto like the East Coast thing, like Wu-Tang, Tribe.
Yeah, and, Tribe was a big one for me.
Mos Def, like Yasin Bey, shout out to him. And even like 50 Cent was kind of popping at first. And yeah, she like put me onto the East Coast thing, and that's when I like fell in love with lyrical. Cause like West Coast was kind of just catchy and like party and like you can like bounce to it.
Nothing wrong with that.
But then like they introduced me to like, you know, Step Brothers and all that. So it's like, oh shit, this is what I like, you know, like lyrical shit that means something. And then yeah, from there that's all I listen to. And now I'm like more so like sounds, so I'm into like jazz and funk.
There you go.
And like old stuff, like
same here.
The Temptations and things like that.
Oh yeah, same here.
And just those sounds are like out of this world. If they can like mesh that to now, I think that you'd have a hit for sure. Like those kind of sounds.
Yeah, well, I love it just as much as for listening, but I love it just as much for sampling too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's a lot of where I find my samples. I'll go listen to like just my biggest thing recently is just looking up like foreign music.
Oh, okay.
So like Brazilian jazz from like the 60s or some
yep.
shit like that, you know, like
that's crazy.
You gotta get like really specific and shit like that, or like some Italian music from like the 70s, like some Italian funk,
and that's
like,
where it's at.
Yeah,
like,
you find some crazy sounds, dude.
Crazy
like,
sounds,
and yeah, that's usually where I find. That's where I find like finding like my samples for like a lot of things. Like I remember I had one from my last album, and it was like from a video game from Japan or some shit like that, from a soundtrack.
Damn.
And it was just hella like that. Yeah, it's just a dope sound.
Yeah, sampling is super sick. Like I don't know why people get sued for it. It's like if you created something, like you should let others create something from that because they got inspired from it. You
Yeah,
know?
I totally agree with that for sure.
So it's like
but I also see the point of like,
give me my money. You know?
Well, it's like you are taking some shit from someone.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit is cool, but some of these lawsuits, man. Like I think I saw Marvin Gaye's family sued Pharrell.
Oh yeah, that was the most high profile one, right?
Like
yeah,
84 million. I was like, damn,
some crazy shit like that. Yeah,
and they paid it.
Yeah, I thought it was like 10 million, but anyway.
I'm tripping. It was something like
millions,
millions.
I mean, which
they more.
And that wasn't even a sample. I don't know if you heard about that.
Nah, he like remade the instruments himself.
Yeah,
but it's like they were like
it's
fighting.
The style.
Like, it's the style. Like
it's the style.
When people hear yours, they think of my husband's, and I was like, I mean, yeah, obviously. But I mean that was a smash. So that money was probably nothing to them.
Maybe. Well, in the grand scheme of things, I guess. Right.
It won a Grammy, I think.
Yeah, well, then they'll just keep making hits and shit like that.
Yeah,
like Robin Thicke and Pharrell. Yeah, I'm sure they'll just keep making hits, and I'm sure they've made lots of money from those previous hits and stuff like that. But no, I remember that shit was happening and stuff like.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
It's
the sampling is super dope. Like,
yeah, it's the thing I love to do, man. It's my favorite thing to do. Like in making beats is sampling for sure. Just getting something old and just bringing it in, just like
making something new. Yeah, that's super dope. Are these your records here? Or?
Yeah, those are all our. I mean, it's the studio's records.
Oh, okay.
I just bought these records down here. If you can't, I don't know if you can see them.
Down the school.
So I just we went to this place in Oakland called Urban Ore. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Urban Ore.
It's like a big ass thrift store.
Oh,
it's like a warehouse, and it's just
no way
old used stuff. Like you can find anything there.
Damn.
They had a bunch of records, and they were like 50 cents each.
No way.
Yeah.
You gotta send me that. Man.
So yeah,
I'm into like vintage shit. Like,
oh yeah, this place had it all. Man.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, like if you're like moving to like a house or something like that, and like you need some furniture and shit like that, or you need some cool like outdoor decor, anything, just go to that place.
Yeah, like
need a table, go to that place.
like my place in LA, like I have so much collectibles. Like my whole wall's like filled with like random like stuff, like Space Jam toys and like
nice
Dragon Ball Z toys and things like that.
Yeah.
And I go to thrifts to like find like old Coca-Cola bottles like from the 80s or like magazines from the 90s.
Yeah.
And I just have like a whole wall full of that stuff. It's like nostalgic for me. It's pretty dope.
That's tight.
That's another hobby that I have, I guess you could say.
Collecting?
It's collecting like
okay.
Yeah, like vinyl toys and things like that.
That's tight. Yeah, that's a dope hobby to have.
It's expensive, but
I'm sure it is.
But I mean, it really pays off though. Like I have like I don't know if you heard of the artist KAWS.
Oh, KAWS.
Yeah.
Yep.
Brian O'Dolly. He has like these toys, like sculpture toys, and they go for like thousands of dollars. And like if I hold on to them long enough, like they'll be worth something in the future. Like they're worth something now, but like in the future, it's gonna be worth like a bunch. So
like in mint condition, still in the box.
Yeah, like still in boxes and stuff. Some of them, like I take it out, but still leave the box intact, so that way when I sell it, I'll be like, oh, I never opened it. But
there you go.
Yeah, it's cool to have those kind of things. Because when I was younger, I wasn't fortunate enough to like get everything that I wanted. So now that I'm older, it's like, yeah, I'll get that. Like Space Jam toys that I always wanted. Toy Story toys and shit.
Yeah, man, fuck it, man. You gotta splurge on something. Yeah, you gotta have fun.
But I get most of them for like thrifts and stuff like that.
Right.
There's this big old thrift down in LA. It's called the Rose Bowl. They have it at the Rose Bowl, and there's like a bunch of vintage shit.
Or and it's just like a swap meet, or
yeah, it's exactly like a swap meet. But there's like people like they're like 50, 60 years old, so like they bring out.
They're just selling all their old.
When I
shit.
talk about all of it, like they come in trucks, bro. Like not U-Haul, like trucks.
I kind of have an idea because like I used to have relatives in Hawaii, and I would go out there and at the Aloha Stadium. Where they have the Pro Bowl, actually.
Okay.
They would have like every weekend the swap meet, like the big Hawaiian swap meet and shit like that. So you'd go there to buy all your souvenirs and but then there was also there's a normal souvenir stands, but then like you go one more tier up and like it's like a lot of people just like
sell
natives that are just like selling their old shit basically and shit like that. So it's just like.
So you're Hawaiian?
No.
I was like, oh wait, what?
I'm half Chinese and half Salvadoran.
Oh, nice.
My grandma just retired out there. That's all.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have a couple Salvadoran friends. Super cool.
There's a lot of Salvadorans out here now, man.
Yeah.
I bet, especially in LA too, right?
Yeah, there is. But it kind of sucks with Trump's doing. They're taking like their visas and stuff.
Yeah, specifically for Salvadorans because of that situation. Because they had special visas. For a while.
And it sucks because I have friends that like are on that, so like they're super nervous for their families and shit. So I'm just like, fuck.
It's weird. I actually, because I have a lot of family that are like Salvadoran and stuff too, and I have like my sister living up here and my nephew's up there, but they're not under that. Like, it's weird. I'm like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Like
that whole like immigration shit's weird.
Yeah, man, it's really fucked. I mean, this whole administration thing is pretty fucked. Like, it's not a good situation.
It's not.
It's not good. It's not looking like it's getting better.
But you can't be discouraged, man. It goes back to how I was saying, like that guy that's in the Supreme or the elected in Michigan. So you can't be discouraged. Like, no matter what's going on in the politics right now. Like, if you want to make the change, like be the change. You know,
exactly.
Like
run for office or something.
Like, run for office, run for mayor, run for anything.
Or not even that. Be a community member in your fucking community. Like, build a business and then represent that community and shit like that. That's what I've learned. The biggest thing of like with all the clients that we work with and stuff. We work with a lot of client construction and like trades and stuff like that. So like with like auto mechanic and even plumbing and HVAC and stuff like that. And like they're just so they have that mentality, that same mentality of what I was just saying. Like, they're for it. They're for the community. They want to be a part of it. Yes, they're making money. Yes, they got employees to feed, pay and stuff like that, and like they're doing well and stuff like that. But like they still give back to the community and stuff like that. So that's always important for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely important. That's how you become a whole. I think. I feel like if every community was close, I mean, it would be a lot more like safer, and people would understand other people's struggles. Because sometimes like it's crazy to think that you live next to this person and you've never even met them, like 20, 30 years, and you've never even introduced yourself. It's like, who's been living next to you, Like, if you know your community, like, I feel like you feel a lot safer. And if they ever needed something that's out of what you're used to, that's what they're there for, Like, you can have a landscape guy right in front of you and a construction guy to the right, and you need something done in your house. Like, why not help your community and connect the dots,
Exactly.
But a lot of people nowadays just like to be sacred. They like to just keep to themselves, which is cool, But
nothing wrong with that. You got to get your own, right?
Yeah. But I'm a fond believer of like just meeting the next person.
Yeah.
Because I mean, a lot can happen with meeting that next person. Like you, I mean, I met you like 2 years ago, and here we are. And if you're ever in LA, I mean, it's all love.
That's another person I know that lives in LA.
Exactly.
So here we go. Perfect, man.
If we ever do a show out there, which we're thinking of doing a show, because we're in two stores down there. One of them is a skate shop, kind of like Mission Skateboards.
Oh, okay, nice.
Shout out to Maintain Los Angeles. Hey, Alex. And we're thinking about doing a show down there too. And I mean, it'd be dope to have like artists and everything just come out there. I was talking to Castro too, and just have like the Bay show up and just be like, we're California,
I'd be down, man. I'd be down for sure.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do more shows this year, so yes. Count me as a person that is interested.
Exactly. That's what's up, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. Shows are dope, man. I mean, because you just get everyone's group together.
Right.
And it's super cool. And that's one thing that I got to experience while down here is just having different people's groups, and it all meshes, like it's all art. So like, why wouldn't it go together,
Right.
Rap and hip hop is an art form. So it meshes with painters and everything like that. So why not go hand in hand? You know what I mean?
Definitely. How you feeling? We've been going out for about a while now. I mean,
I don't even know how long we've been going.
Oh, we've been going for about an hour and a half or something.
Damn. I mean, I'm feeling good, man. I like the conversations.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Super dope to meet someone my age and that's doing hip hop.
Yeah, man.
Same thing that I mean, I have these conversations with like Will and everything like that. It's like it's sick to have those conversations with people that are doing like something totally different, but yet it's still expressing themselves.
Yeah.
So it's like it's sick to like dive into your mind for a minute.
I think that's what it's about nowadays. Just good company and good conversation. Honestly, like that's what it's about. Like all the other stuff. It's great. It's all kind of distraction stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like as long as you can have a conversation with someone, have a good time, and share knowledge and all that kind of stuff. I think
and share experiences. That's something that I've been learning a lot. Is like learning from other people's experiences and other people learning from mine, like from my failures. Like from going to like working in the automotive business and like people that are like technicians And they're like, oh, I don't want to be greasing my hands forever. And I'm just like, hey, man, there's a lot of more opportunities in the automotive business that you can climb into, that you can be wearing a suit to.
You could be you can build your own fucking automotive company
exactly.
and shit
and
like that.
Be like the manager or whatever.
Or just be the owner, like create your own shit, It's like,
yeah, I mean, look at what Elon Musk did. I mean, I was so proud to be working for him when I was working for him, because it's like this guy literally brought American made back, like it hadn't been since Henry Ford since a vehicle was made in the U.S. and he did that in Fremont. And it's like,
yeah, they had factories out there and stuff like that.
And
one of my friends was working in there at the factories for a while.
And the factory's huge. Like, he's just getting started too. So it's like, and that all started with an idea. But I mean, he's in his late 40s, so it goes back to what we were saying. It's like, we have a lot of room to make mistakes.
Yeah.
But
a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, but the thing is to learn from them. It's not to just.
What's something that like in the next 12 months, like next year, basically, what's something that you're looking forward to? Obviously you just getting settled more in LA.
More in LA. More. I think I want to do more accessories with the brand. I definitely want to take the brand into a direction where it's not more so like just a print on a shirt. I want to take it to like things that you can keep in your home. Kind of like what Bape did. I don't know if you know the brand Bape. Bathing Ape. Yeah. I kind of want to do that. Like, I want to make accessories that you keep forever. You know, like, because a shirt will fade away, a hat will get ripped and lost,
worn out
and dirty. So I kind of want to make things that you can keep for a minute and just like remember us by. Because like at the end of the day, I want to leave.
Thinking like little like keychains type of things or something like that.
Yeah,
or
even
just like kind of
like backpacks and like and like jeans and like pillows and toys, like plush toys. Things like that, like things that you can keep for a minute. Like, I'm definitely gonna shade away from shirts for a minute, even though that's where most of the income comes from. But I think I gotta take that risk to just do something different and do like accessories for sure. Like pillows, I definitely want to do pillows, and I want to do like jeans, because jeans last forever. I mean, I've had jeans that I had since high school.
Damn.
No, real talk. It's just they last for a minute. If you wash them right. So
yeah,
I just want to do things that are gonna last a minute. Like even basketballs. I mean, why not? Bags.
Just get your brand on things, man. That's really it. Like
definitely the brand is the main priority this year. Is do a lot more stuff. Like with this Flight 7, like the next 3 collections, I feel like it's going to be our best work, because we've been working on these fabrics for a minute, and like just patterns that I've had since like the beginning of the brand, but because I didn't have the resources, I couldn't do them. Like this one here, like these are sketches that I had for a minute, and like to finally have it pressed on an actual fabric, like this isn't like
Is that a hood or
no? It's just a shirt.
Oh, it's a shirt. Okay.
Yeah, but it's like it's our own fabric. It's like cut and sew. It's stitched on.
Nice.
So it's like things like that. Like I want to do things that are not just printed, because I feel like a lot of people can just print on a shirt. You can even do it at your home, which is pretty dope. We did a couple of like direct to garment pieces that we did, but I want to do more cut and sew pieces for sure.
Nice.
I want to expand more into the brand that I want to do for this year. If all goes right, hopefully, and some collaborations for sure, because we've yet to have one. I feel like
with another clothing company, right?
Not even necessarily with another clothing company, just with a creative. Like with a creative, just someone that has a nice idea that meshes with ours. Like, why not do it? And not even clothing. Like I'm doing like videos, pictures, like anybody, like soundtracks. Like I want to eventually do like a little short film and like have someone do the soundtrack for it, and like just have like a range of artists that worked on this project, and just be like, here you go, this is like our project, and like maybe have a couple pieces in there, but like not really clothing, more so just kind of like a project that has like the feeling that we represent. Because like what Planes Rockets represents is like basically pilot your own plane to any destination imaginable, which means like you direct your direction in life. Like if you want to be something, go be it. If you want to do something, go do it while you're young. So that way, if it doesn't work out, you can always have a plan B. But that plan A, try to do it as best as you can. So like that's what we want to do in like a short film, is to like show our struggles, like where we come from, like your average 24-year-old, you know, coming out of high school and like not knowing what to do. We want to do something with that, like go with what your gut tells you sometimes, you know. So I would definitely want to like dig into like a lot of creative outlets for sure, not just clothing, but clothing is going to be the main priority for sure.
Of course. No, that's what's gonna. That's your bread and butter.
Yeah, definitely. That's what's paying the bills. But yeah, it's crazy to see it 4 years later, and it's actually paying the bills. Like it's crazy. Like,
That's good
it's
to
a blessing,
hear, man. That's good to hear.
I'm super thankful to everybody that I've met along the way and everybody that has supported along the way. Like there was a couple people at Mission Skateboards that they came up to me and they're like, "Yo, like I bought the first piece." And then they were wearing it.
Oh, nice.
Like they were wearing the first piece. Like
nice.
I remember the first piece was like a black tee with not this logo, but it was just like the graffiti logo. He's like, "Yo, I got the first piece." I was like, "Damn, bro, like I did that like 4 years ago."
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, man, I still wear it." I was just like, "That's what's up." Like
That's
I appreciate everybody that has been supporting since day one, and that still hits me up like, "Yo, when can I get that new stuff?" And to think that I'm just a kid from the peninsula, you know, just decided to sketch one thing one day in college, and from there took the risk.
Yeah.
You know, because it was a risk. Like I remember I forget where I was working. I was like working in an automotive job, and I was going to CSM, and I was just like, damn, like this is really cool. Like, you know, I never seen this together, like planes and rockets. And then like all my homies were like, yo, like that's super dope. And then like I just took that risk to make the first 10 shirts. And then from there on, it's just been a risk. And it's been rewarding at times, and sometimes it hasn't. So
yeah,
you got to go with the blows, you know. You got to go with the punches. You got to learn from it. I keep staring at that Scarface movie. There's like theories in that movie too, you know. Like even though he was a drug dealer, like the fact that he had that ambition to like be number one.
Yeah.
You can learn a lot from that. Like just having that ambition and what it is that you want to do, and like accomplishing it. You know, I'm not saying to sell drugs, you know, but
yeah.
Even though cannabis is fully legal, though,
do what you gotta do, you know.
It's like fully legal now in California. So
yeah,
get your money.
You copped recently from a club?
I did once, and I ain't going back.
Yeah,
them taxes is bro.
Well, it's
I'm gonna support my locals.
Exactly, that's what I've been hearing a lot lately. And,
yeah, I went with a friend to the city, and we copped like 2 grams or whatever. And it came out to like 27. No, like 27, 28.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck, man? That's like an eighth in the streets. And I got 2 skimpy ass grams. Like, fuck that, bro.
Yep.
But I mean, there's a lot of money in that. And one thing that I appreciate about that is that they're letting people go with misdemeanors that were
and that's they're letting go of a bunch of misdemeanor violations.
That,
so that's really great. Yeah, that's good to hear.
Because it's like,
hopefully that expands to the rest of the Bay. But
I mean, hopefully that expands to the world, because I know people that are doing time, you know, for that shit. And it's like, why? If we're making money already, you know, we're getting taxed off it. You should let these people go.
Yeah, exactly.
But definitely, it's a field where you can tap into right now and make a lot of money. Because I know a guy that owns a dispensary in Los Angeles, and he used to be like in the streets, but now he got like his permits and everything. So he started with like a delivery service with like the first prop that came out, and he started like making money that way. And now that it's like fully legal, he bought a space, and like now he's like even doing it even more. And I was like, damn, bro, like you used to be in the streets? He's like, yeah. He's like, I was like on the corner like 10 years ago. I was like on the block, and I was like, damn, and now this is yours.
That's how it starts a lot of the times, man.
Yeah.
I know a guy kind of like that too. So yeah.
But it's sick, dude. Like do it, man.
No, definitely, man.
Because there's a lot of positives from smoking, you know, like health wise, like for your muscles and
right.
for anxiety and
well, the marijuana, not so much the smoking, but
the marijuana, the plant, and like like I know people that really use it to like for anxiety issues to eat. You know?
Yeah.
That they don't eat otherwise.
Yeah, that and for like chemo patients and you know.
And like I forgot this other guy I met in Seattle. I was just up there. He was telling me, he's like, yeah, like if I don't have these, I can't sleep. He's like, I have insomnia.
Yes, yeah.
I was like, bro, give me a blanket and I fall asleep. Like, you know what I mean? But I mean, there's people, you know, with different struggles out there. And I mean, Seattle's definitely where it's at. The prices there are where it's at.
Oh, okay, nice.
No, it was Portland.
Oh, Portland. I was gonna say I've been to
Washington.
Seattle.
Washington. Dude, it's so funny. I went up there with my friends and I kept saying Seattle. And then I was like, yeah, we're in Seattle, like on my Snapchats and stuff. And
they were like, nah, you're in Oregon.
You're in Oregon, bro. You're in Portland. And I was like, oh, fuck.
That's hella funny.
It's cold as shit. That's all I know. But it was nice. The people up there were super, super dope.
Yeah.
And it's cheap out there, too. A lot of people were saying that a lot of people from California are moving up there.
Yeah.
And I was like, word? And they're like, yeah, man. They're like coming up here.
It's a new place to go.
That in Colorado. I mean, why not?
My cousin lives in Colorado, but she's going to school there. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Have you been there?
Not yet, but she told me how it's a lot cheaper.
Oh, okay.
She used to live in Santa Cruz, so she was like, "Oh yeah, it's so much."
Dude,
she's paying like $1,400 for like a 2-bedroom place, or something.
I
Like that.
hella forgot about Santa Cruz. I haven't gone since I've been here.
Oh really?
And I like Santa Cruz. It's
Santa
like
Cruz is
Berkeley.
great. Yeah, it kind of is.
And
like
I like
Berkeley.
Berkeley a lot. Berkeley's like really, really dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to Berkeley.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways,
What do you have coming for 2018?
Like I said, just working on this project and trying to do more shows. Really, that's really the biggest thing. I got really settled here into my job here, but I kind of was off the shows last year, so I wasn't really performing. But yeah, I want to just perform more this year.
Nice. So. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you gotta pay the bills first, bro.
Of course, like definitely.
There was a year where like I didn't even release that much stuff. I think it was like 2015. I had just turned like 21.
Right.
And I was just working really, really hard, and I wasn't even like releasing stuff.
Right.
And then I was just like, wait, like what am I doing? You know, like I gotta get back into what I love. And I think it was my older brother. He was just like, bro, like when's the new stuff coming out? And like I left that message unread for a minute. And then I looked back on it, I was like, what do I have coming out? Like, you know, like,
yeah.
I don't even know. But, I mean, it's better late than never. Like I said, we're super young, so we just got to.
No, that's the most thing I'm looking forward to, that. And then doing some more music videos and, you know, just advancing more and more with the music, man. Trying to do more features and stuff. Like you said, I should definitely get on a song with your brother.
Yeah, you should definitely. I'm about to hit him up when I get out of here.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to meet him at his studio, and then like I'll tell him that I came through.
There you go.
And,
yeah, like I've already been hitting up some other dudes that I know around the area and stuff like that. So we got some stuff in the works. But
yeah. No, yeah, that last video that you did, it was dope.
Thank you.
Those
man.
angles.
Thank you.
Crazy.
I had really great help, a lot of help here from the Visual Street Films team.
Yeah.
So
shout out to Visual Street Films, man, for having me here too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. That's our official sponsor for this show. So I mean,
shout out.
Definitely. But yeah. With that, I mean, you want to wrap it up? I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Where can people find you on social medias?
So you can find the brand at Planes and Rockets Company. That's Planes, the letter N, Rockets Company. Same with the website, planesandrockets.com. As far as me, Mikey, I'm at Mikey PNR. That's 2 Y's and PNR. And if you ever need any design work or anything like that, that's where they can reach me at. Also do commission paintings and do like shoes and stuff like that.
Nice.
So if you guys ever need any custom, make sure to hit me up on there. And yeah, shout out to PHONZ, man, doing this thing for a minute.
Yeah, man, shit, you know, just trying to do it.
Yeah,
just doing the thing.
Catch us at Dolores Park, February 17th. That's next Saturday. Just vibing out. Come say what's up. Have a beer.
Nice. Yeah, and this will be out beforehand. So
nice. So yeah, come have a beer, have a smoke, have a conversation with me and the homie Castro, and yeah, just vibe out.
Nice. Yeah, I'll definitely try to make it.
For sure, bro.
Next weekend?
Next weekend, yeah, next Saturday.
I think I should be able to.
It's from like 12 to whenever they kick us out.
Yeah, whenever the park closes.
Yeah, whenever the park closes. But
it's sunset.
With that being said, man, love to everybody. Show love.
Thank you. One thing that we like to say here before we end every show is we like to say it's like our tagline. It's love each other. Okay. So let me just say a few more things and then we can get to that. But yeah, once again, I'm PHONZ at PHONZ_official. You can find all our stuff at phonzmusic.com. Special thanks to Visual Street Films, the official sponsor of this show. You can find us at visualstreetfilms.tv. We are a creative media agency specializing in film, music, and design. Yeah, that's about it. I've had Mikey here from Planes and Rockets, and we have had a lot of fun, and we are out of here, and love each other.
Love each other.
Thank you.